Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and the mid-chapter patch should be coming out soon. We don't know exactly when. Some people believe that it's going to be July the 19th, but we haven't been given any official date by the devs at Dead by Daylight, so that's simply guesswork. At any rate, it could be as soon as the 19th, so they have made some recent changes to how the Prestige catch-up mechanics are going to work, so I want to go over that with you. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my own account, give you an idea and help you decide what you should do as the days close down to this system going live, and if you should prestige people or not. Okay, so in the July developer blog, they told us they made these changes compared to how the PTB worked. Let's see here. It says, finally, we made a tweak to our catch-up mechanic, which awards you bonus prestige levels based on your progress prior to this overhaul going live. This is based on the number of perk tiers you've unlocked on a character as well as their prestige levels. In the PTB, we awarded one bonus prestige level for each prestige your characters had prior to the PTB. But for the mid-chapter release, we have increased this to 2 bonus levels. This means if your character was prestige 3 before the update, they're guaranteed to be prestige 9 after the update, granting all the new rewards immediately. The catch-up mechanic will be limited to prestige 9, however, even if the calculated bonus would exceed this. So, if you're Prestige 1 before the update, you're going to be Prestige 3 when the update goes live. Prestige 2 beforehand, you'll be Prestige 6. And if you're Prestige 3 beforehand, you'll be Prestige 9, which is the cap. Okay, so in addition to the bonuses that you get for your Prestige levels, you can also get additional Prestige levels given to you when the mid-chapter patch goes live. Based on this chart here, they didn't tell us any of this information changed in the developer update in July, so I'm assuming this stays the same. And it says existing players will have their characters granted prestige levels in the new system based on the following. If the character has 70 or more perks unlocked, counting each tier of a perk separately, you'll get 1 level if you have between 70 and 119 perks, 2 for 120 to 169, 3 for 170 to 219, 4 levels for 220 to 269, 5 levels for 270 to 319, and 6 levels for 320 or more perk tiers. And remember, if you have stuff unlocked already, you're not going to lose it. If you unlock stuff through teachables or through the shrine, everything that you have unlocked on your characters, perks that they have on their characters, you're never going to lose any of those. What you have, you get to keep. So based on this chart of the amount of perks you have, remember it still caps out at Prestige 9. So if you are Prestige 3 before the patch, you're going to be Prestige 9 after the patch, and it won't matter how many perks you have unlocked. But if you're Prestige 2, let's say, that will make you Prestige 6, then you could benefit from some of these perk tiers on top of that here. So let's see, let's bring up this little handy dandy chart here. So remember, if you're Prestige 1 before, you're going to be Prestige 3 after, Prestige 2 before, that'll equal Prestige 6 after, Prestige 3 before, you hit the cap at Prestige 9. So it doesn't matter if you have all the perks unlocked, you're still going to be Prestige 9. And if you're Prestige 0, if you have never prestiged, then it's going to be based solely on the chart below for the amount of perk tiers you have unlocked. The maximum you can get is either Prestige 5 for Killer or Prestige 6 for Survivor if you have never prestiged anything before. But again, there will be an ability for you to mix and match these. If I'm Prestige 1 beforehand, it'll make me Prestige 3. And then let's say I'm Prestige 1 with 125 perk tiers, and that'll give me an extra 2 levels. So I'll come out of that as Prestige 5. I'm going to go through my account here, and I'm going to prestige some people in front of you, and we'll calculate it here in real time. And I'll show you how I'm going to make my decisions based on what my characters have here. And we'll keep these charts in mind on the side to measure what my characters will get, and if I should make any changes, or if I should stand pat and leave them as they are. Okay, starting with my survivors, there's nothing for me to do here because all of my characters are Prestige 3, so they automatically get granted the Prestige 9. And it doesn't matter that I have them all maxed out on perk tiers, even though I have here on Jake, for example, we're on page 8, so we have all the perks tier 3. There are no extra bonuses. You cap out at Prestige 9. You can't do any better than that. And all of my other survivors are in the same situation here. Even Hattie, who is only on page 4 for perks, she can't benefit from any of this either because she's Prestige 3, so she's already maxed at Prestige 9. So the only concrete examples I can show you are on my killers. So let's go over there now. Okay, so here's my killers. Again, I have 13 of them at Prestige 3, nothing to do with them. I do have a couple characters who are here at Prestige 1, maybe a decision to make on those. All of my characters who are not Prestige are the originals up here at the top. I'm going to start out with the Trapper. So Trapper through Clown, nobody's Prestige except for Bubba, Leatherface. So let's go ahead and look and calculate where Trapper will be if I leave him as he is when the new update comes out. Okay, so here's my Trapper. He's never been Prestiged, so this top bit doesn't matter. With the Prestige 1 becomes Prestige 3. I've never Prestiged him. So his bonus for the Prestige catch-up mechanic is going to come down purely to the amount of perks that he has unlocked. So the easy way to count this is to remember that there's 15 per page, and we're on page 5 here. That means the first 4 pages have 60 perks, and then each one of these rows is 5 more. So that's 70. We have 71 perks here unlocked. However, some of them are higher than tier 1, so they count for extra. So we have 71 perks. This is a tier 2, so we're up to 72 for that extra check mark here, 72, and then we'll go back through it. And then this will be 82 for these 2 rows, and then that'll be 87, 88 for the tier 3 on Whispers, 88. And then the first 3 pages are all tier 3, so each one of these is going to be worth an additional 30. So what did I say, 88? So by my calculations, I think I have 178 perk tiers unlocked here on Trapper. And if we check the chart, that says that we are going to get given 3 levels of Prestige once the Prestige mechanic goes in. So I can just stand pat and leave it the way it is, or I can push it up to 220 to try and get a 4th level, which I'm probably not going to do. I'm just going to leave him the way he is. But I'm definitely not going to Prestige him, because if I Prestige him, I'm going to lose all of his stuff in his inventory, and then we'll start from scratch for the perks, and all the other people will give him the unlocked perks, the ones that are Prestige. So I think it's just, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. If I just leave him the way he is, if I Prestige him to Prestige 1, he's going to get given Prestige 3. Or if I leave him the way he is, he's going to get Prestige 3. So I might as well leave him the way he is, because I don't want to lose all of these legacy items that you can't get anymore. The 4th anniversary cakes, 3rd anniversary cakes, 5th anniversary cakes, that stuff will all disappear if I Prestige him now. Not to mention all of these retired items that I have as well, that they don't make anymore, like the common shredded plate to go to Auto Haven, the Harvest Festival leaflet to go to Haddonfield. You can't get those anymore, so those are like souvenirs. I don't want to lose any of this. I'm not going to change anything on Trapper. Now, here's my Hillbilly. This is a completely different story. He only has 2 pages of perks. Are they even full? No. So he's 1 shy of 2 full pages, so that's going to be 29 perks, and then plus the bonuses for the greens and the purples. So let's see, 29, 30, 31, 32, 36, and then 2 per piece for this, so it's 46. 48 perk tiers. So he doesn't even qualify for a single level of Prestige mechanic. He's going to still be Prestige 0 when the new system goes through. So this is somebody that I should consider prestiging, because Prestige 1 is going to give me Prestige 3 automatically. And remember that each level of Prestige costs about 1.5 million blood points to get through. So now what am I going to lose if I Prestige him now? If we look at the offerings he's got, he does have 3 anniversary cakes that I'll never get back. So a few bloody party streamers, which aren't that big a deal. I'm more concerned with these things like the decrepit clapboard, these retired offerings here. Lunacy ticket for Crotus Pren, fuming cordage for the backwater swamp. These are all going to be gone. I won't have those anymore. But are they really worth 3 million blood points worth of progression value for me to hang on to these things? And I think I'm going to have to come back and say that the answer is no. That being able to Prestige him now and then get given the Prestige 3 when the patch goes live has more value in saving those 3 million blood points than those offerings do. So I'm going to do it. We're doing it. All right. So prestige 1, here we go. And it's warning me you're going to lose everything. Yes, I know. So there we go. Boom. Level 1, prestige 1. And his stuff is gone. I have no offerings. I wiped out my inventory, but this is the investment in his character that I'm going to save 3 million blood points by getting the prestige 3 given to me when the mid-chapter patch goes live. So same thing here with my nurse. She isn't prestige. She only has 58 tiers worth of perks on her account, which doesn't qualify me for any levels of prestige on the catch-up mechanic. Yeah, I'm going to lose 11 cakes here on her. A couple of the retired offerings, but again, is it worth 3 million blood points for me to hang on to this stuff? And I think I have to say that the answer is no. So I'm going to go ahead and prestige her as well and sacrifice those items to get prestige 3 once the new system comes out. So that's done on her. Now here's my hag. She is also not been prestige, but I don't think it makes sense for her to be prestige right now because she has 128 tiers worth of perk levels here, which from the chart tells me that I'm going to get given prestige 2 when the new system goes live. So it doesn't make sense for me to prestige her now and get prestige 3 when the update comes out, because she'll be given prestige 2 and I think she'll be level 50. I think it maintains my level, so she'll just be a click away from me making her prestige 3 in the new system anyway. And plus, if I were to prestige her now, I'd be giving up what, like 40 cakes here. So I think that's a lot of cake to throw away. So I'm just going to leave her where she is. Here's my doctor. He also hasn't been prestiged, but he has so many perks that he's going to get quite a benefit on that boost for the prestige catch-up mechanic. He's on page 7 on the perks. I think it's 286 perk tiers in total. 6 full pages here of tier 3 perks, each page being worth 45 tiers a piece times 6, plus what you see here. I think it's 286. So from the chart, he's going to get given prestige 5 in the new mechanic. So it really does not make sense for me to prestige him now. If I put him to prestige 1 now, he'll only come out at prestige 3 because it's going to wipe out all his perks. So that would be a terrible decision for me to prestige him early, since he's going to come out prestige 5 all on his own. Prestige 5 is the max that you can get as killer, because there aren't 320 perk tiers for killers. Max you can get is P5 as killer. We're leaving him the way he is. I'll quickly go through a couple of other easy decisions here. So for Clown, he's prestige 0. I haven't prestiged him. He only has 68 perk tiers on his 3 pages of perks. I could push him and buy him a couple of perks to get him to 70 so that he'll get given prestige 1. But it makes more sense for me just to prestige him to 1 now and get prestige 3 given to me. I'm not going to lose a lot. I have 3 cakes here. I don't even know if I have like hardly any legacy items on him really. So no retired items that I can see. It makes so much sense to just prestige him now and get the prestige 3 given to me when the patch comes in. So another situation I have like that is here on my pig. She has even fewer perks. She does not qualify for, thank you, I'm recording a video, but thank you for inviting me. She has fewer than 30 perks here with the tiers. It's, I don't know what it is, but let's calculate it here. Okay, so 2 pages is worth 30, but we don't have that many, so that's 26, and then we have 1 extra tier here, so that's 27, and then this row would be worth 10, so that's 37, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, I think. You got to get to 70 to get just even 1 level of prestige, so it makes so much sense for me to just prestige now and get given the 3 levels of prestige in the new system. Gonna lose 3 cakes, big whoop. So we're definitely gonna prestige her here. Boom, done. That's done. And now let's see, prestige 1 clown, prestige 1 pig. Freddy, this may take some calculating here. So let's look at Freddy. So Freddy, for pages of prestige, he has 6. He's on page 6 for perks. Let's see, we know 5 full levels of perks at 45 a piece would be, let's see, that would be 225, I think, 225, but we're 4 short of that, so it's 221, and then okay, so there's 5 more, 226, 227, 228. So what does that get us on the chart? That'll get him prestige 4 in the new system. So it doesn't make sense for me to prestige him. He has enough perk tiers to get him prestige 4 already, so I'll leave him the way he is. No reason to prestige him now, prestige 1, because I only get prestige 3. The stuff that he has will earn him prestige 4, so we're leaving him the way he is. Okay, now here's a tougher decision. So this is my Sadako, the Onryo from the ring. I do have her at prestige 1. From the chart, we know that prestige 1 is going to get me prestige 3. And since she isn't capped at prestige 9 because of her prestige level, she can get additional levels because of her perk tiers. So if we add this up, her perk tiers, she has 73 perk tiers on her character, which is going to qualify for her for 1 additional level. So that'll make her prestige 1 becomes prestige 3. The 73 perk tiers will give her another level, so she's going to be prestige 4. And I believe that she goes in at the same level that she's at now, which is level 50, which should mean that she'd be 1 click away from prestige 5. This is a very important matter because it makes a big decision, because there's 1.5 million blood points to spend to get through all the blood webs to get another opportunity to prestige. I'm pretty sure she maintains her level, so we're going to go with that she's going to come out of this at prestige 4. God, I forgot she does that. Prestige 4, level 50. And I'll be able to click on her and spend 20,000 points to get her prestige 5. So I think I should leave her the way she is. Now, I could prestige her right now to prestige 2 to guarantee prestige 6. However, the big crux of the matter on this is I have 60 flan. Do I really want to throw away 60 flan when these are arguably worth, 1.5 billion blood points on their own? So now I could just prestige her and make sure that I come out of this as prestige 6 and throw away the 60 flan, or I can keep the 60 flan and be prestige 4 with 1 click away from prestige 5 when it goes through. And then I have the 60 flan to play games. So this is a real, on the fence decision here. How much value am I putting in these 60 flan? Do I just want to come out of it as prestige 6 from the get-go and prestige her to prestige 2 now? Or do I grind it? So this is one of those on the fence decisions. You could go either way. It's like a 50-50 call. So this is a really difficult decision for me. I have hemmed and hawed about this, and what the right thing here is to do. If I should just take the prestige 4s that I'm going to get on all 3 of these characters, or if I should prestige them now and get the prestige 6 given to me and just throw away all of the flans they have. I'm going to throw away, 170 flan between these 3 characters. But, I also would have to play that many matches to get the benefit out of all these as these 3 characters to reap the rewards to get, the extra 1.5 million blood points to get them to prestige 6. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and prestige them now and take the prestige 6 and throw away all that stuff. I'm really on the fence on it, but I think that for me, that's the best decision to make because, these aren't particularly characters that I want to play as my primaries. So I think it's just a better decision for me personally to prestige 2 them now and throw all of these cakes away and get the prestige 6 when the mid-chapter patch comes out. So it's done. I can't go back now. In fact, if there is a significant delay between now and when the chapter comes out, I can push any of them to P3 and get them a P9 coming out on the other side. Probably what I'm going to do is spend my remaining almost 1 million blood points on Bubba to get him to prestige 3. That'll be the next thing that I'll work on in the meantime here. But wait a minute. What? It didn't keep my Hillbilly and Nurse? What just happened? It didn't keep my prestiges? Whoa. Okay, that was scary. My game froze and it didn't save the prestiges that I had done. So I went back and did them again. So there, that's where we're at. I hope that helped you with your decision making and seeing examples of what will happen by doing the math with the prestige levels and the tiers of perks that you have on your characters to make these decisions. I do have a couple more tweaks I'm going to do. Michael has enough perks that he's going to get given prestige 2. So I'm just going to leave him where he's at. And Huntress, I might buy her a couple of more perks to get her 2 levels of prestige and leave her where she's at just because of the amount of offerings that they have. But other than that, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. So I hope that was helpful to you in your own decision making. And that's all I have for you today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me and my channel. And don't forget to take care of each other and out in the fog. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.